When many times, Scott, when having an argument with you, you just say the same thing over and over in slightly different ways. And then you're like, but I'm not wrong, I'm not losing, but like you aren't saying anything.
It's fantastic at family functions, by the way.
Now that I can believe.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him have an argument with my dad, because my dad does exactly the same thing.
I know
Just saying.
I know lots of people who do it.
On Skype.
I just let Gary argue with you now. Like, just handle this, please.
Oh no. Gary. I can't argue with Gary anymore. He's God. Like Gary worships Cthulhu. No. He worships Cthulhu. Like Gary is a member of the Freemasons.
Oh.
He's God. Like I'm sorry, but you can't have an argument with one of the Freemasons. They are Freemasons. They make up their own rules.
Gary is Scott's older brother, who I just let handle arguments now with him.
No. He's a Freemason, which means that he worships Cthulhu or whatever god they choose
Can I not have your opinions on my stream, please? Just in general? Just about anything? Hey, you just killed a bunch of cultists who don't worship Cthulhu or
you don't
whatever.
believe in God.
And they're very much dead. Some of them were dead to start with, which is interesting. So yeah, basically you destroyed the mirror. 60% of his time destroying the mirror. Great. The mirror that, according to Humble, was addling people, is the technical term. And just seeing tiny glimpses of it, you can believe it. And now you're left in the empty chamber with... And it's actually very quiet. That's not like a running fountain. That's like a still fountain that's kind of like leaking. It is blood.
Are these shards of glass?
Oh yeah.
Are they just plain shards of
glass? They are
now?
just plain mirror glass at this point. So what is that? It's like silverback glass.
Right.
This fountain of blood is it just a fountain of blood?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a sample of the blood with a vial. No.
That explains everything.
Is it coagulated blood?
Oh, good question. Is it coagulated at all?
As in, like, it's been left still for a while, so it's sort of like, kinda.
Yeah.
Not as much as you would expect, but then shadow magic all abound, right?
So, collect a sample of that. I'm gonna grab a shard of the mirror as well. Or move on. And kind of wrap it up.
Part of her evil plan.
It is, it's true.
I'm just saying, I had a ranger in another party who just collected random stitch stuff like this, and it always ended up in some kind of ritual at the end one day.
What was the... Oh, sorry, go on.
I was doing a tidbit.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
What was the frame of the mirror made out of? And is
silver.
There a decent...
Silver framing stone statue.
Let me take as much of the frame as I can.
That's a good.
You can get like a big hunk that's not too heavy.
Yeah.
You just shove in your bag.
Is it a solid piece, or can we break it up into quarters?
Oh, it's shattered.
It's shattered, so it's not into even pieces. It's like shattered into 6 big-ish pieces that aren't even sizes, and because it's all meant to be one ornate thing, they all kind of look like nothing on their own. So I imagine Gilwin just takes like a fairly large.
I mean,
chunk.
if only we had 1 or 2 extra dimensional spaces. So we can put this in.
If you want to just spend some time to collect everything, I mean, bear in mind, trying to collect glass from a mirror will
we're
hurt.
just after the silver frame.
Yeah, the silver frame, you can just...
I just need 1 hunk of the glass for later on research.
Yeah.
Wrapped up and not looking into it.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can do that.
So that's all I need. I'm curious, and Aaron, I know you were talking to me. I just ignored it. I want to see what kind of stone the statue is made out of. Does it match the nearby, the stone in this area?
It's slightly different, but you're not sure if it's just because it was actually a statue, it was probably treated differently. You know?
So it seems like the regular rock for here, as opposed to imported from very far away.
At a glance, it seems like it belongs. You know,
imported from the Ivory Coast,
from the Scots,
the Towers of Tirith Minith, or whatever it is.
No.
Yes.
It's not imported from Middle Earth, no.
That would be pretty impressive, though.
Yeah, you know how much that would cost?
That made me think twice before going down there. They can import a whole load of stone, they can import a whole load of other stuff.
After picking up
whole load of Gandalf.
Picking up the silver frame, I will be holding my wound again and kind of say, okay, this is getting silly now, and cast my final level 1 spell.
You keep getting hit with a mace in like the same area, and it just keeps bruising and then like bleeding and bruising and bleeding. And you keep healing it, but it gets like slightly worse each time, and you know it's gonna hurt in the morning like way more than it does now.
Is he
Yeah, you
still
basically you're
looking
just duct
hurt?
taping.
He still looks injured.
Okay, then Melody was sort of hesitating because she wasn't sure if we were going to pause, but seeing him cast a spell, she is also going to heal him. Yay, that was a great roll.
That was pretty shitty.
So we
Thank
need
you.
to go and find this this cultist leader, and honestly, we should probably do so quieter than we're going to be able to do together, especially since I never know when something's going on. So I was thinking maybe Vale, maybe you could sneak ahead because you'll just murder anybody that you come across anyways, and if we don't have to see that, that'd probably be better.
I mean, these guys are cultists, right? I'm fairly certain you have already murdered some people in the exact same situation of being mind controlled.
No.
mean, this is-
So would you like me to make it so it's a little bit easier for you to sneak along?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So we're not going to send you ahead to scout?
I'll go ahead, but I'll just murder anyone who hears me. I'm gonna empty my boots out on the floor. Slosh.
I'm gonna give Sid like a disapproving look that he's totally gonna not say, like or ignore.
I'll go over to Vale.
And
I'll go.
cast protection against good and evil on Vale.
Hey!
I see. I was going to cast a spell on him too, but he doesn't want me to. So
Exactly.
I will use a bardic
plus-
inspiration.
Hey!
It's
Vale.
advantage
What do you
on
say
all
to
your
Vale?
rolls.
I know.
I'll give him a hug actually,
Oh.
and say,
Just-
and I'll say, Sid's an asshole.
No, that's not true. See, I heard that one.
I was paying attention in case there were more ghoulies, and
Right, let's go
the
ahead
real
then.
ghoul is mad.
just saying. If we break the curse, we don't have to kill the people.
That nearly went on a 3 there, or a 5. That's what it was. It was a 5.
Go ahead
Right.
and stealth a boot.
Which route do I want to take?
That is the question. So, according to the map that Humble tweaked, this way would lead to the storeroom, which has a doggo in it. The other way down here leads through a few more chambers to a room that apparently they summon demons in, and then eventually to the.
Okay.
So, if you were looking at it on the map, like if you go up this way, it does eventually loop back around. Going down that way, you have to go through a couple of rooms, then through a chamber, then to a room, and he hasn't drawn a path around the demon summoning chamber, so you probably have to go through that, and then eventually it's all the way to the preacher man.
I have a quick question, Ollie, or 2 quick questions. One, the person that was in front of the mirror that was staring at it that they murdered, was that also a deathless?
No,
one actually
they're
alive?
two. These are actually just humans.
So they killed them before we could see the effect of shattering the mirror for the non-deathless ones, right? Okay, cool. And then 2, when we were speaking to Humble before, did Humble say there was 1 mirror throughout the facility?
He
or...
seemed to only say there was one.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know whether it would be worth heading to the storeroom that Humble pointed out, and dealing with the dog fairly quietly, and then having a quick rest in there while I scout ahead. But I will leave you to discuss that one. Oh, went a little bit drunk there.
You did get a little bit drunken monk style.
Is there a gap at the bottom of the door, or a big old keyhole I can have
There's
a
no
peek through?
keyholes. I think gap at the bottom of the door is probably the best way to peek. So go ahead and give me a perception roll for that.
Oh. But I have bardic inspiration,
Are you gonna use
which
it
is
immediately?
a a D6.
Yar.
Yar.
Yarp. Trying not to say yarp. It's just
If only you
nature.
had advantage.
What, on my perception rolls that your cloak of stealth would give me?
It looks like an empty room. There's actually lights going on here. There's some flickering light, but it looks like an empty room.
Right, let's stealth then.
Let me,
I open the door very slowly.
That's not
Yeah,
very
yeah,
stealthily,
yeah.
emulating a door as you're opening a door.
You don't make the noise of the door while you're opening the door. Rookie mistake.
Right, let's see. This is another route to the store.
You can immediately connect that that's probably another route.
That there is a big platform, so that's demon summoning, perhaps. Let's have a little look-see around this way.
That's a demon summoning circle from IKEA.
And that's a pillar.
Helkenford. In 26 easy parts.
It's a coffin.
It looks like a sort of like important ceremonial, place. Or whoever's here was important.
Now, I know there is someone on the other side of that, because I peeky-booed them. I saw them, is what I meant by that, I'm sorry. I'm going to take one of my pitons out. And I'm just going to chuck it to around there-ish.
Okay. Give me. No, actually, nothing. They're just gonna roll against your stealth right now, but they don't make it because you have a 20 stealth. You hear the person like stand up, and then walk.
Okay.
Just realised that's. You just punked them.
Let's have another peek under the door.
Go ahead and give me a perception roll. You hear like a, huh?
Must have been the wind.
What's this? Who left this here?
What was that noise?
That's better.
This looks like it's bedrooms, and doesn't look like the way you want to go.
Is it occupied?
Looks entirely empty. You don't see anyone or hear anyone.
Okay.
In fact, but you do hear from this sound, from this way, the sound of meat being cut.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit
Can-
That's a little ominous. Jesus.
Can I squeeze
You
around the
rolled
top here? Or do I have to walk
Yeah.
around? It doesn't really matter.
You can climb on top of the coffin. Absolutely, you got to give me an acrobatics roll for this.
I'll just walk round.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a little less disrespectful. To
Well,
the
I was
dead.
looking to squeeze around the little gap at the top.
No, if you considering I never make it accurate to how it actually
Yeah,
would be.
no,
There would be
that's
like a
fine.
little
That's fine.
mantle up
Yeah,
against
yeah.
the wall.
And I'm gonna have another peeky boo, please.
Give me a
Peeky
peeky
poo.
roll, please. Stone corridors that seems to bend out of sight. Was that you opening the door? Because you do
It's that-
realize I operate mostly via sound.
Yeah, well, last time I made a door noise, I got railed for it.
Valid, but
So this time he made a silent opening door action.
yeah, but like, depending on Skype's mood, I may or may not see it. You know?
Jesus Christ, there's a load of blood on the floor.
Bear in mind, if you got a worse roll, you would have been leaving bloody footprints. Luckily, you didn't.
For fuck's sake. May I have a little peeky boo under this door?
Why always peeky boos?
Because Neil, he's enjoying himself, and that's allowed. He's a rogue scouting ahead of the party. This is the epitome of his character.
all I'm good
It's
for.
that same bedroom, and no one's in
Okay,
there.
good.
Yeah, the consistent sneak attacks for 84 damage with every longbow shot aren't useful at all.
Now, swashbuckler is a different thing altogether.
I am gonna
Oh, yeah.
sidle along the wall here to not get more blood on my boots.
Ollie, don't
That's
do
the
that.
only reason.
Stop doing that on camera.
Hey!
so that I'm not leaving so many bloody footsteps in my wake.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I thought it was
He's-
just fashion.
You pass the loud noise.
Yeah,
Oh,
these are
God.
cells.
These are definitely prison cells, you can tell.
Fantastic. Oh, books. And badlands.
How to cut meat.
But you immediately see there's like almost that shadowy mist hanging around the room. Like when smoke kind of gets like trapped in a room and doesn't really go anywhere, but with evil death shadow.
That's quite a long way.
Copyright.
That's a long way.
That's all around. Evil death shadow. It's gonna be the name of my next album.
Evil.
No.
I need some ball bearings.
I could have given you some
I've got ball
marbles.
bearings.
You gave away the ball bearings.
No, he gave away his marbles.
Oh, I forgot. For some reason I thought you had a shared bag of ball bearings.
I'm gonna take like 10 or
Look,
so.
it
of those
doesn't have to
ball
make
bearings.
sense.
And I take like 10 or so of those ball bearings, and I'm gonna chuck them about 10 feet down
Okay,
around the
okay.
corner.
You're just gonna throw them around the corner and like hide or you're back against them.
I want them to land about 10 feet, so it's not like they rolled around the corner away from
Throw.
me.
Okay, I
I
know what
want
you
them
want.
to land, then roll in
You're
that.
doing some coin plays. I know what you mean. They're gonna make some checks.
This is better.
You literally hear these two go like, and then you hear another voice go like, "Don't distract me, you fools!" And they're like, "I heard. Did you drop those? No, I didn't drop those. Whatever you're doing, pick it up. Any contamination will ruin this entire process." Like this whole conversation starts. They're entirely distracted.
If they go to pick it up, I'm gonna peek round the corner properly then.
So this man is doing a ritual. There's like purple shadow magic words floating through the air in what Vale probably does recognize as the script for Abyssal, but he can't read it. The summoning circle on the ground is glowing with purple light. Actually, do you know the blood fountains in the room? Like the blood is pouring across the ground into the summoning circle. And give me a religion roll real quick, Mr. Vale.
That's a fun one.
Yeah.
What?
You don't know why. You don't know how you know this. There's something inside you, like a eighth sense at this point. It's whatever they're doing, they're about to finish. Like
Lovely.
in a half a minute, maybe.
Okay. Out comes the longbow.
I was gonna say, shoot an arrow and start screaming.
Yeah.
I'm
Name of
gonna
my next
shoot
album.
him in the head with the longbow, and then I'm not even gonna wait and see, and I'm gonna hightail it back to that story,
All right.
or
Archer.
not to the
So
story.
you're shooting the mage.
Yes.
Give me an attack.
In before Nat 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good hit.
Out.
A good hit right there.
I anti-jinxed it.
You did it. You did
Thank
anti-jinx
you.
it.
19 damage.
I mean, that's great
Ooh.
damage. It's not enough to kill this guy, but you don't see what
I just
happens
need
because
to
you
break the
immediately
custom.
start fucking legging it.
Ollie, didn't he? I mean, it hit anyways, but I'm just genuine question. Wouldn't he have had advantage on that attack roll?
I was thinking about that, but because he really wanted to be like and run,
yeah,
I didn't,
okay,
I
I
didn't
gotcha.
press it.
He wasn't like.
So
lining
go ahead
up, but-
and run away. I'm gonna do a little check right here. You start as you're running. You hear like a and like a shaking, and you hear swearing. Go ahead and roll me initiative.
Oh boy.
I was just kind of.
Yeah, I think getting around there is the perfect time to do the old initial rolls. You guys actually don't. You don't get none of this. Get out of my timeline.
Oh,
Yep.
but I want to
Oh,
be
my timeline.
Something like Time Splitters 2 or something.
That was a
Maybe
good
we're on
game.
Time Splitters 3.
Yeah.
Insanely good.
Never really got to enjoy it other than like the occasional multiplayer play.
Yeah, same
Actually,
here, but
the initiative for the mage is the same, which is funny.
China. What was the game mode? Infect or something.
Oh, the virus.
Virus. Virus on China is the best.
Vale, your turn.
sweet. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I should probably move the camera to chase you. But with Vale, it's like.
There's no one in here, is there? So I'm gonna go through the bedrooms actually.
Sure. They're not.
Or-
They're not closed. Locked. They're closed. They're just not locked. Why lock anything when you're
I'll
in
close
an
the door
undead
behind me
state?
as well.
Okay,
But
I'll just
leave this one open, but I'll close
I'll just
this door behind.
swoosh you swoosh you in. Swoosh.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take my bonus action to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the door behind me again.
Swoosh.
5, 6, and that's my turn.
Okay. You hear footsteps rattling behind you, and if it's considering they're deadless, rattling is actually pretty accurate. And it's your turn again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to take my bonus action to roll stealth here.
Go ahead.
This is the point where I roll badly, and Scott's like, "You little pink."
That's pretty
Well,
good.
you know, if only you had advantage.
And that's my turn.
Unfortunately, you rolled well, you bastard.
Now, Vale, this isn't the one you saw. This is a deadless in a bloody leather apron, holding a cleaver.
Yep, I can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. Just don't worry about the cleaver. Don't worry about the butcher. And then there's they sort of yell in a language you just don't know. And then after that is your turn.
Right, so I'm sneaking now. 1, 2.
Move at half speed when sneaking, of course. They definitely make a check,
Yeah.
but they don't. They're looking for you. They're just like looking the other way at this moment of time. You're like, that's how you sneak, right?
Yeah, I crab walk. Did it pass check
A
or?
simian
They
step.
failed. They failed.
Okay. So it was 1, 2, 3. Bonus action. 1, 2, 3.
And then it's the bad men's turn.
So close.
No, it could go either way. Is this the end of Erevail Valanar? We can only dream.
Oh, no.
There he is!
Like,
And the other one's like, where? And you're like, shit. Oh, there he is! Yeah. Hits the wall beside you.
you know, I really should have set up a little like rope connected to these braziers that I could have pulled. That would have been really.
Vale, make me a dex save real quick.
I'll make you a dex save. I'll do that.
I'll play your game.
Shadows kind of grab at you from the wall, but you manage to lurch away at a similar time to blocking the mace, and then it's your turn.
One, 2. I'm not disengaging, and I'm heading through this door.
All right, they get a swang at you. Yar. Un moment. It's really hard to move doors.
There he is. There's old Johnny.
There's a doggo over there. That doggo ain't look right. You're moving very quickly right now. You can't quite put your finger on it. Something's horribly wrong with that poor doggo.
I'm gonna close the door behind me. These doors, like according to this, they're like little double doors.
Yeah.
3 pitons are going through the handles.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check for that.
Okay, cool.
And that'll be your action.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
You
spend your
forgot
you,
the
you,
hammer.
you're
You put a fight in
I
and you need the
had
hammer.
some handle instead.
you're trying to do this, and you're like, this is going to keep them away, and you're like actually kind of in a bit of an elfish moment, kind of spend a little too long on something that should have been split second. Let me roll initiative for the doggo real quick. Dog, it's dog. Doggo.
Oh, that's what I was thinking is magic too.
Our planet has been hunted down by a dog nail.
And the dogs actually, well, first of all, the people on the other side of the door. Because you're there, they actually can't get through right now. And you hear on the other side, like, just go around. Go through the mirror chamber.
Oh, that's so good. Vale hears that and he's like,
And then if you're doing whatever you're doing in the mirror chamber, and you just see a Deadless run through with their mace out, and then they just kind of like see the lot of you, and they're like, they would be confused, but they're kind of like empty-eyed right now, and they just sort of ready up into a more combat position. And then this one's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the doggo. Let me look at the stats for the doggo. Just in case. Do death or veil. Alright.
Death of Ale Valinor.
Doggo growls. As they are prone to
Error
you.
Vale.
It's of Ereveil to you. As it's getting closer to you, part of the reason why you didn't move is you start to see this thing move closer. You figure out why it's so weird, and it's much easier to tell now it's moving. It has 2 heads.
Oh. Fantastic.
And it just corners you there. Moving very slowly, almost prowling. You actually notice there's a collar around both its necks. And it is chained, but like the chain is so loose, it has the run of the place. After the doggo is the cleaver man.
The cleaver man.
And then it's Vale's turn. Everyone roll me a perception check real quick.
Disadvantage.
Well, yes. Like that.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. I got a 0. Hence the.
Okay. It was a preemptive You never know what you're gonna get. Who are we missing?
Well, you
We're
know,
missing
I
a Gilwyn
reverse
Gallagher.
jinxed myself.
We're missing a perception from Gilwyn Gallagher and Ereveil Valinor.
Oh, even me, I wasn't sure.
Even
Sorry.
you. It's Gilwyn and Vale who notice. The place shakes again. It feels very cold for a brief moment.
I maybe was a little bit rash.
All of you guys roll initiative.
Are you okay? Oh no, I'm near the door.
I realize I did this in a totally bungled way, but it doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Yeah, we did a good job there.
Don't worry about it. So I'll put it in descending order, but it'll continue from actually Gilwyn's turn.
Really?
It would have gone from the Deadless's turn, but because of the way I did the turn order like an idiot. So you actually see this guy run into the room and stop, and then like notice that you're in the room.
Oh shit. Okay. Sorry, one sec. Okay. I'll run to. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All the way back.
You run the fuck away. I mean, to be fair, you get very close to people and get punished for it.
So fucking slow.
You're a fucking tiny mouse.
Oh my god! You know what I just realized, Ollie, as I'm bitching about my speed being only 25? Isn't it 15 right now?
I think we lowered it to... Yeah, it's 15 right now. I thought that's what you were bitching
shit.
about.
Yeah, no, I've been using my speed as 25 and bitching it's so slow.
Whoops.
Damn it!
You shouldn't have been bitching. Otherwise, I wouldn't have
I'm just
noticed.
gonna bitch harder now.
No! Bitch
It's my gift to you,
What are you
Molly.
doing, Mr. Gilwyn? Can I take it back,
Casting
please?
casting shatter
Right there.
on on the lady.
Cool.
Gil-
Go ahead and roll the damage. for
Lady.
Gillian, can you move
that.
over?
What's your spell save DC?
13.
Okay,
Fail.
so if a deadless passes, the woman fails.
Okay, good.
You cast shatter on them. They stop as they're running through the door, and the top part of their body explodes
Oh, hello. Hey, oh.
into a bloody mess.
Both of them?
No, the woman.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Pretty, pretty horrific to watch, I imagine.
It's pretty comes out of nowhere, but then you think about it, it's kind of entirely to be expected. And that's probably your turn.
Uh-huh.
Sid isn't even on this map. Oh yeah, I just can't see.
Hey,
you.
I'm right there.
There you are. I just didn't know where you were.
He's just a very small man.
He's just a very small man.
I have a spell I want to cast, but I can't yet. So instead, I'm gonna 1, 2, and then take a shot. With my thingamajiggy to end this quicker. I'm gonna use this one. Boom. And it's gonna be 5 extra damage if I hit. Oh, so sorry, Eric.
We really did.
Yep, sorry. There we go. Ah, sweet.
Yeah,
Thank
so
God
hit.
you're Eric.
Yeah.
I 14 damage total.
Yeah, I mean that's really good. You know these deadless are stronger than say fighting the mortals, but with the shattering, like knocking him back, and then the thunder bolt, which sort of surrounds a regular bolt, hitting this guy, he's like stumbling back and forth into a fight he didn't even know was happening. And then after that is Vale, who's in a fight he did know was about to happen. I knew at some point this would end in a good doggy situation. I knew it. I knew when Vale was scouting. I was just like, I'm on my like mental checklist. This is
I'm
gonna
gonna draw
happen.
my rapier and my parrying dagger. Let's up my armor class appropriately.
Armor up.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna slash it across the nose with my rapier.
Don't
Poor
hurt
doggo.
the doggo.
It's about to eat me, and it has 2 noses.
That's a
I'm
hit.
pretty sure that Melody would side with the doggo, to be honest.
Then
it'd eat you. 17 damage.
I have a +7
That's a
to
really
animal
good hit.
handling.
It's one of the things where it wasn't even attacking you yet. It was just kind of like examining you. You slash at it. It bears 2 sets of teeth.
Attacking
and,
innocent doggo.
And it
What's wrong
definitely
with you?
changes its tune.
And then I'm gonna switch my parrying dagger to downhand grip, and I'm gonna claw at one of its eyes.
Go ahead.
Nice.
Yeah. You only got several to go through. That's a hit.
That was a fat hit as well.
I just wish I could see what you were doing.
Yeah. Turn the stream on.
No. I'm not cheating.
I have
Channel.
when fights have been very long, back when you used to use battle maps, back in the day. Amelia.
Yep.
Just because it's nice to see what's going on. What are you doing?
I don't know what's going on. I don't see the bad guys or anything.
You don't see the bad guys?
No.
Reload roll 20.
This dude?
Yeah, there's an
Is
there's
it
an angry
broken?
man.
Isn't the angry man of... Oh no.
Wow.
So I was about to say, isn't he already dead? And then realised, no, I was just...
No, there was
Wait,
a
he is
human that came
technically
in. The
already
human died.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast my cantrip.
Your one cantrip.
What cantrip?
It's the
that I use
one
in
combat
combat.
concept, isn't it?
Yeah, frostbite.
Yeah.
You only need 1 combat cantrip.
That's it.
It's like your
And
basic...
he
Your
passes.
basic...
Cool.
And then
And to
he's
be
going
honest,
to go and
frostbite's
attack
pretty
you.
good.
It's gonna attack me. Is there one in front of me?
Yeah.
Oh, it moves. Okay. I see.
Yeah. Look, it's been a long day, even though it hasn't. And it's gonna attack you. One of those is a hit. Well, your AC is like 15 right now.
Yep.
I need to check the numbers real quick. I've got Death Doggo stats up. So 2 hits.
Grandma plays the numbers.
Altogether now, it is going
It
to
is
be
going
10
Nope.
bludgeoning
Shield
damage.
the first one.
Which shields both of them.
Yeah.
So no damage.
Okay. And it heals my shield.
Yeah. Just good. Just better in every way. After that, oh no, I'm not done.
Man, that shatter damage was really good. We got really lucky that you rolled near max damage on that one.
For once.
Crash! The door behind you opens up.
Jesus.
Veil.
God damn it.
And the very exhausted looking Daedalus lumbers.
Do they get
in.
time?
Yeah, he just broke down a stone door. After that is Melody. Tires you out a little bit.
He's mentally exhausted from it.
Melody.
Oh, gods.
1 splash. That's
2 doggy heads are gonna have advantage on me.
4, 5. There you go. Stab. Or rather first because I would have let it drop, then stab in the face or back of the head, more likely.
The face.
In the face.
Is the doggo a magical creature or just a mutated doggo?
You don't know. You've not seen the doggo.
I'm just wondering because I cast protection against good and evil on Veil.
Mm.
So if it has a subtype, then it
In
probably
this situation,
advantage.
you're correct. Standardly, the stat-wise, it's a monstrosity, but this is not a normal situation. That is a good hit.
I went round the back specifically to get advantage and then forgot to give myself advantage. Whatever. It hit.
Yeah,
There may
hit,
be
fuck
some
it.
purchasing.
It's a great hit. This guy's just been like bashed every single way. You just jab your spear all the way through him, going for like a kill shot, but like doesn't kill him because they're a deadless. After that is they're dead. After that is the doggo who has disadvantage on these attacks. Actually, it evens out.
Yep.
All right, your AC right now is
19.
19. Blimey. It horrifyingly misses. It like tries to bite at you, but like you manage to like squeeze into the corner as much as you can, and it just pulls on the chain. It like you can see that the like it's a metal collar just digs into their neck so much, and it's been doing that for maybe years upon years. There's like this horrifying like malformities there, and it's just snarling and trying to bite at you, and it's frothing at the mouth, and the froth is like this purpley goo that's dripping and drooling all over the place.
Doggo.
Doggo.
It's not
always
a
like-
nice doggo.
I always like to imagine Vale's successes don't come from skill, but like you know those like blumbering characters that like just
That's
barely.
how both Gilwyn and Vale succeed. Vale is the one who like they have moments of skill, but most of the time it's like I'm very skilled. It's all skill. It's just because they just bros, you know. They just bros.
Oy.
Hey, do you want me to make
Oi
your
there.
day worse? I can. Free. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Ian, in case I forget, I've got a question to ask you at the break, so don't let me forget.
Okay, I'll let you forget.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
A
I
shadowy skull.
Is it an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead?
No. Bites at you, but again, you just manage to sort of cower like a man. After that, a real man's turn. Gilwyn Gallagher.
Oh yeah.
Bane of the bearded bastard. This
I'm going to
song-
potentially steal another kill from Melody.
Oops. I'm beginning to believe that's a hit.
That laugh.
That's a kill.
I'll turn to Melody and go. Slap this guy in the side of the head.
One day I will get to kill something.
Oh,
most-
maybe not.
Most
Maybe
meta
you
thing
could
I've
come
done.
get a kill on a duo
Yeah, maybe if you
doggo.
help up there. At this point, you can hear what's going on through there.
Good, good. I'm gonna run all the way there, all of the ways there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That's half my turn. Can you open the door for me?
You have to do the motion. There we go.
Thank you.
It doesn't work without it.
1.
Do the entire lock-picking motion, like getting the hairpin out.
It's not a lock. This dog is like sizably bigger than.
Come in
Sid's.
and you see like Vale like desperately cowering and swinging.
It's like one of those things where there's like on the wall there's like a little plinth thing, and he's like on it, being attacked from all sides by many things. All of each
Unfortunately-
one more horrible than the last.
That was my double move. That was a dash. I can do nothing else.
Yeah, you just run into the room and like squeak. Okay, Vale, how are you
I
gonna
call
get
for
yourself
help.
out of this one? I mean,
Right. Okay. Acrobatics. I will. I'll cartwheel over the chest.
Well, cartwheel.
Yeah. Front flip doesn't do
I
it,
can't
does
see
it?
anything that's going on in there. The description just makes it sound so much better.
Or maybe it's not a cartwheel, actually, is it? What's the?
it's the
what
one where
do
you're gonna like basically like a front flip, but you're gonna like catch yourself.
Yeah,
bounce off.
exactly. Yeah, you know. what I mean.
Absolutely, you can do this as like a disengage, but you're gonna need to do an acrobatics. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where the fuck do you want to go?
I will
Teleport.
end up here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You just do this, and Sid, you're aware that because you're the only person that watched this, you can make it so no one believed this ever happened. As he does this amazing flip, like catches himself on one hand, pushes himself opening the chest as he does, gold spilling forth, silver spilling forth. Both the doggo confused, the deadless confused, the skull just kind of staring and floating. It's a skull.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna hold on to that information.
What the fuck? Elves.
We'll worry about it later on.
What else do you want to do? That was basically... You know what? Because you got a crit, I'll say that's your bonus action. That'll be very nice. Because you, by all rights, should have died this turn.
I will. That was my bonus action.
Yarp.
So let me check. You can draw or stow 2 one-handed weapons when you would normally only be able to draw or stow only one. As my
Yeah, it's
That's
a free
one of my
action to
dual wielder.
interact with weapons.
yeah. So I will pop away the parrying dagger, so my AC drops, and pull out the fire powder pistol and take a shot at the doggo.
I was gonna say, I hope you shoot the dog, but you can't
Sorry,
see that
Melody.
on Twitch.tv. That's a hit.
I'm taking him out back and calling him Old Yeller.
That's a great hit. That's like there's the boom of the 5 powder pistols and like a little bit of smoke, but don't create as much as like an actual flintlock pistol. It's not like Black Flag where like you just end up fighting in smoke because the character has like 6 pistols on him and it's badass. But there's just this boom, and the doggo who was like just like confused and actually tracking you and just was getting in position to chase after you. It's just like launched backwards and hits towards and just pulls itself back up. One of the heads is not looking at you anymore; is just hanging.
Hey. 11 of that was fire damage, by the way.
Exactly.
Tidbit.
I did check that.
That's my turn.
After that is Amelia. You hear a boom. You hear a squeak.
Oh, actually,
and a
no, it's
boom.
not. I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, Amelia. Go ahead.
Now
No
it's
worries.
Amelia.
I'm just gonna move, like double move, basically.
Once there was a
Like,
dog
what?
alive.
What's going on in here?
What's going on here?
And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's my turn.
So the Deadless runs up and straight up kicks the dog like, you useless thing. And
Oh.
stumbles around the chest and then...
Dog has a change of heart and joins our team. You'll feed me humans, won't you?
Yeah, we never.
And Vale's
kicked
like,
it.
sure, I'm not human.
Yeah, they keep me around. After that is Melody.
So when Vale's very old, he's gonna tell his grandchildren about Gilwyn. He's gonna be sitting by the fire, and there's gonna be a big taxidermy to Gilwyn.
Huge.
Jesus.
You think you're gonna be able to procreate?
I don't think you're going to outlive Gilwyn. You just have a very dangerous lifestyle, and Gilwyn sometimes realizes he's doing something stupid. You don't.
The whole cast is against you. How about the viewers?
There's some Vale fans.
I'm not against Phil. He
Okay,
can do
Midori
whatever he
aside, how about the viewers?
Melody, well, you moved. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I moved and dashed and then came
After
face
that
to face
is
with
a
the
dead
doggo.
person, and then there's the doggo. That is going to chase Vale. You get an opportunity attack on it if you wish.
Yeah, I wish.
Lethal or non-lethal?
I'm gonna say non-lethal, just because it's a doggo.
That is a hit. And that it like tries to lurch away from you. You like grab the chain it's held on and like you bop it on the head with the blunt end of the spear, and it just flops onto the ground, breathing heavily. But like every noise this dog makes is like auto-tuned downwards from a normal dog.
Do you mean like that?
Yeah, I do actually.
Do both heads speak at once, or do they take turns?
They both woofer. If you keep this thing as a pet, you'll see.
I quite like the idea of it taking turns because it can like constantly bark, like one long bark by taking turns.
That'd be amazing.
Shut up out there! Sid, you get attacked by the fucking weird shadow ghosty skulls.
You didn't have to, though. It could choose not to do that to me.
But it did. For
You know
that.
how dogs are, though. What would happen would be one dog would bark, then the other dog, one head would bark, then the other head would bark at that head barking, and then that head would bark. Yes,
Yep.
I remember that actually.
Yeah, it hits you for 5 necrotic damage, Mr. Sid. And then the Cleaver Man slowly walks in and looks at the situation and hefts his cleaver and pushes the dog out of the way and steps up to Melody. And then it's Gilwyn.
You know, I'm surprised our party hasn't started just like, moves it. You're the smaller one here. Just moves it.
Yeah, rather than asking you permission to go through your space, we just basically kicks it out of the way.
You just treat me like difficult terrain, like it takes 5 feet to move you and then 5 feet to move through you.
Shit.
I imagine Melody just walks past, like, lifts you up, puts you next to her, and then carries on walking.
That's
So-
demeaning.
I can see Vale. How dinged up does he look?
Vale actually looks unscathed.
Okay.
Very sweaty.
One lock of my hair has fallen down, very
Good.
attractively.
Good, because I just remembered that I have no slots left.
You've got no slots.
Oh, I could have used double two, I guess. I will just. What will I do?
What will you do?
Nothing. That's all I can do.
Alright, Sid.
Yes.
You've
Oh,
been
wait,
spooked.
The door's open, correct?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
I'm on the other side. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, hold
But if
on.
Amelia wants to close the door on you, you know, she can.
Bam. Okay.
Could give someone inspiration.
I'm ready.
The bar
So,
giving someone inspiration.
floating head thing in front of me, sir?
Yeah. You reach out and there's nothing there.
What? What?
It's
What?
like when the other people interacted with it, but you didn't see that because you're Sid. It's just like smoke in the air.
Man,
It's a spell specifically for harming undead things. but my chance to hit was garbage. It was my last
It
spell.
also would have been a miss if there was. A way
I
to
wonder
hit
what
it.
this. I wonder whether this, just out of interest, don't tell me. I wonder whether this spell is like the Paladin Guardian of Faith, that it's just you can't attack it. Or
I'm imagining it's like a magical sensor that you can cast stuff through, like something's like controlling us from the outside and seeing through it. Or it's like incorporeal. Scott, do you have force magic?
Well, incorporeal or otherwise, my attack was a spell attack, and therefore has a 50, like does just as half damage or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm,
Yeah, that's how incorporeality works in 5e. I imagine it's something more akin to what you were saying the first time as opposed to the second time.
Anyway,
Because
what else do you wanna do, Mr. C?
incorporeality is you would do.
like, I
still
know
do
force damage works against in 5e. I don't know if other types of damage do.
If it's magical, yes. It's actually incorporeality is like super crappy compared to the older editions in 5e. Yeah, but so I suck. Keep going.
Okay, Veil.
Oh,
true.
Some-
yeah, I'm good.
Veil.
I will stab this guy.
Tight.
You gonna give him a stab?
You will try to give him a little stab.
That's a hit.
Nice.
What does that add up to? 16.
That monster.
Dean Cuddy.
And then I
Dean, no.
Dean, where are you going? I'll
Come
take
back.
my
Wake up, Dean.
I have my free action to holster the pistol, reach into my belt, and wrap it around my arm a couple times. And then slash with the spike chain.
Yeah.
Or bladed
His
chain.
his belt is the spike chain before you think he's just dropping trowel in battle. For reference, that's a hit.
That's a bold move.
It is a bold move. Leaving yourself bare. He's still going.
That's my turn.
Good hits though. Amelia.
Get him.
Get that one. Why isn't it working? Oh. That one, and we're just gonna use frostbite again. So roll.
Man, what are we gonna
They
do with
fail.
that dog?
Cool.
You know, you can do anything you
Eat
want
it.
with the dog.
Too
Put it
creepy.
in. Put it in some curry.
I mean, the Robo-Cat is dead, right? The servo is dead.
The Robocat
So,
isn't
yeah.
dead. The Robocat just keeps getting its head
taken
torn
apart.
off. But it's fine when you put it back together.
But we have a slot open for a new pet.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
you're only allowed 3 pet slots in an Ollie game. More than that, you're out. Yeah, you
My
kill
race
the-
allows 3 slots, and then my class allowed me to build 1 more.
So after that is the guy attacking Vale. I don't that wasn't like a meme. That actually like paused my brain for a second.
It's legit.
And then, oh, Mr. Vale, I'm gonna roll some damage.
Ooh, that sounds like multiple die.
So the first hit strikes you for 14 bludgeoning. Just it's one of the things where you keep like changing your weapons and slashing at him and doing all these courageous, dexterous things. Then there's just like a big whack to the side of the head.
Do you know what
And
it's
then-
like? You're the swordsman in Raiders, and that guy is Indy.
And then he hits you after that for 7 damage.
Oh, blimey.
Like while you're reeling, he just like shoves the mace into your chest, but like winding you over.
Managed to hit twice in one turn.
You're right.
Now
That's
you know how I feel.
It's got like the Indiana Jones reference or the wheeze I made.
That was brilliant, because you're talking about the.
Yeah.
And he's like,
That's exactly what I was imagining. Yeah, that's exactly the
No, no,
situation.
He just pulls his gun and shoots.
oh, that's right. That's right.
Best thing about that scene is that it wasn't in the script.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was if he
So
was sick
funny.
or whatever. But yeah, that's so
Uh,
funny.
Melody. I recently watched Indiana Jones. Like
I
in
have
the
not.
last year. I'd never seen him before then.
Melody is
What?
stabbing this thing.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know.
Melody is not stabbing this thing.
Let me check. I mean, that wouldn't have hit the doggo. Didn't hit this guy either.
No, I'm not surprised.
Shouldn't have checked. Really, it was a waste of everyone's time.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's going to punish you for it by hitting you.
Of course.
Well, I mean, let me roll for that first. You know what? He's not going to hit you. Let me get.
Don't like the look. He's getting the book. It's using an ability. I don't like the looks of
Oh
this.
no! He's got the book. You don't have this on our Discord game because you don't see me reaching for book. A very Dungeons and Dragons.
We do hear the scattering of large amounts of dice. I go, oh my god!
What's your AC right now, Miss Melody?
16.
Okay, this guy has the cleaver in one hand, and you expect him to swing for it, but he actually just sort of like grabs you by the chest and pulls you close, and then you feel the.
Harassment.
Excuse me. You feel.
He does have disadvantage in his attack roll.
That's
Is it your fault also?
true, but he's still fine. I always forget that. I should really put little timp tokens on, but you do frostbite all the time, so I'm bad at it.
Mm-hmm.
And you take 21 necrotic damage.
Oh!
He sucks the life force out of you, and he's like, "You're strong. You'll make good meat."
Oh.
And after that, my favorite meat, Gil and Gallagher. On a nice sandwich.
I'll just tiptoe past everyone. Excuse me.
Is that salami?
Yeah, I was imagining Gilwyn being salami. That's the funny thing. Like some cheese.
So were you imagining just a salami sausage, or a salami sausage with Dean's face?
I was imagining a salami sausage, but like the salami had like a little caption in my mind, like a diagram you'd find in a textbook. Figure 2, Gilwyn Gallagher on
I'll stay there. And I will.
The lethargy that happens in D&D is some of the best feeling. You know, I love it.
I'm going to.
Yes, this Deathless is basically Pudge / the Butcher / who else is the same character? There's like 3 of them. Stitches. They're all the same.
And that there is the 2-headed doggy that Scott's got. He's one of the heads.
Ah! That would actually be like a pretty funny monster. What are you doing, Gilwyn?
Casting Dissonant Whispers on this fella.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, no. Sorry, the guy near Vale.
Go ahead.
Fine, be like that.
Dissonant.
He's gonna kill Steel from Vale instead of you. You need to
Yeah,
roll the
but
damage.
at the moment, I'm more worried about the fact that I'm gonna die, not get killed.
They passed the wisdom save, but they still take half damage anyway, I'm fairly sure.
Actually, yeah, I will do it on the guy next to Melody.
Okay.
That makes total sense. Yeah,
They
second
fail their save.
Oh,
It's
that's
the
true,
second one.
actually. I keep forgetting that I have defense against good and evil.
Roll 4d6. Mm.
It just doesn't take account against common and deadless.
Doesn't it?
No.
I thought they were undead.
If it has to run,
They're not the undead type.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they work slightly differently. That's it has to run. So Melody
that
gets
provokes
attack
attack of opportunity.
Yep. From Miss Melody.
Melody, get your kill!
Get
I almost saw a 20.
It would have been so good. And Melody, how would you like to describe your kill?
Oh, come on! I could have killed it next round. I was gonna hit her with a bow as it ran and take her.
So Melody is still this is going to be pathetic because Melody was still stumbling like from having taken all that damage, and then suddenly it sort of flees, and she basically just reacts, like jabs the spear at random and catches it in like the neck or something.
And it's the sort of thing, it's like it keeps running, but as it runs, it gets slower and slower and just collapses in a bloody pile.
Oh.
Speaking of bloody piles, Sid.
Hey. It's a bloody clot.
I'm tapped.
That thing's still next to me and I can't hurt it, and that doesn't
Oh,
make
that's
me happy.
gone.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought.
I just hadn't
but-
got around to it because I'm
Okay,
bad.
okay. I am going to attack the one across from Vale. So let me move out a bit. Yeah, I'll move all three, and I'll attack the one by Vale.
I'll move all 3 of my movements. You walk the same speed right now as my homebrew for a fairy walking on land, just so you know. Like something that's like genuinely 2 inches tall.
Oh,
Same speed. That's a hit.
12 total.
That's a kill.
nice.
Hey!
Do you want to describe
I-
that murder?
Ooh, it's not murder. It's deathless. They're already dead.
Controversial.
So, I imagine as he rushes forward, as Vale's been fighting this thing and injuring it left and right, he more or less just finds, like, does the math quickly to find the spot that's literally in the center of all of the places where he's taken wounds before. So kind of like, he's not hitting the right spot, and kind of like hits that one area to kind of like connect the dots and just cripple it with pain. So.
And with that,
Did you just perform at-range acupuncture?
with that, we're
You know
gonna,
what? I think I did. I think I'm going to invent a new market.
we're
You
gonna
stay
take
there.
a
I'll throw
quick
needles.
break, and then we'll finish up.
Fucking acupuncture.